Yeah, Mike, unfortunately we're having to move out a little bit. This thing, I can only keep the helicopter so long pointed to the north because it actually is sucking us into this. So right now we're kind of headed out to the east. The inflow is tremendous. I saw 2 tornadoes on the ground there that now has formed maybe into one big tornado. So unfortunately, Travis is trying to give you a good shot here, but we are trying to stay safe and stay out of the, like I said, the wall cloud above has gotten a lot bigger, and I can definitely feel that as we are coming back around to the left, and you can see a tornado still on the ground here, Mike.
Folks, this is really, really dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Let's go back over to Max 2. And we don't want to stay off the shot too long. Great job double boxing that. Very dangerous, folks. Cannot express to you enough how dangerous this is up in Logan County. Crescent, if you live in West Crescent, Central Crescent, North Crescent, you've got to be in the safest spot you know. Don't let this thing run over you in the condition that it's in right now, because the winds could easily be up there in terms of tornado intensity winds. Could be these EF3 to EF4 type tornadoes. You may be seeing it actually forming right now. If you can get below ground, that is the best possible option. Storm cellar, basement, tornado shelter, mobile homes, trailers, portable structures are not safe. You need to evacuate those and seek more substantial shelter. Talking about Crescent on up to Highway 51, Mulhall. You folks in Mulhall, definite alert for you. Exceptionally dangerous here. Continues intermittently on the ground. Let's go ahead and push on into that, Damien. Let's push into it. You'll see the tornado vortex signature right there. It is large. It's confirming now, right? It's confirming, the red and the green, that the size of that circulation is over a mile in width. And it had a tornado on each side of it that was separated by over a half a mile. So you're talking about a large, quite possibly violent tornado. Here's Crescent. Let's go ahead and do a storm projection. Basically, go back to intensity and do it due northeastward. Take it due northeast. So these are the folks right here. Go ahead and push on into it just a bit. You folks in Stillwater, heads up. Heads up in Stillwater. Heads up in Stillwater. So Mulhall, Orlando. Yep, take it due. That's perfect. Perfect. Okay, so right here. Mulhall, Orlando, near and south of Perry. Stillwater 437. Glencoe 451, Sumner 441. Again, if you're on this chart right here, beginning with Mulhall, Orlando, and West and North Crescent immediately now, tornado precautions, and keep in mind, the winds may be up in the 200-mile-per-hour range, plus with these tornadoes today, talking about EF3 and greater tornadoes, you need to take this heed. Importantly here, Logan County, north of Guthrie, southwest of Stillwater. You folks in Stillwater, heads up there to your west and approaching you, and also Perry. So anybody between Perry, Stillwater, back down to the southwest. Let's go back over to the chopper, back on the ground here, back on the ground. Again, it's wedge, kind of wedge shaped here. Again, you see the motion. The motion is intense. Feel free to take that full control room. The motion is intense, and you see how quickly it's moving. It's moving very, very fast. So the most important thing are those mobile homes, trailers, portable buildings, not safe. You don't want this to run over you in that type of structure. You probably have a storm cellar nearby, or maybe you got a friend that has a more substantial structure nearby. You need to go there. Talking about Crescent right now, and then up toward Orlando and Mulhall, Oklahoma, and up between Perry and Stillwater here just a bit later on. We'll hope that it lifts, but right now it has not.
Logan County deputy said Crescent is going to be okay.
Yep. Right there on the west and northwest sides of Crescent here. Mason, do us a favor here. Show us Crescent. Show us Crescent in relation to the tornado right now. Probably west through north side of Crescent.
Yeah, Mike, we're going to pan out. Go all the way right, Travis. I'm actually 1 mile just to the west of Crescent. It's going to miss Crescent proper. They have the highways closed here. Emergency vehicles, keep coming to the right. Keep coming to the right. Yeah, there's Crescent right there. Now go back to the left to the tornado. Travis doing a good job. I'm not making it easy on him. We're kind of all over the place. So here, go left, right in there. It's getting more and more impressive. As you can see there, hopefully it just goes through farmland. It appears there might be a house or two out there, as you can see. Narrowly missing this house, just to the west of this house. So the winds are fierce there. I can see a multiple vortex spin-ups right there. So definitely have a large tornado on the ground, even though the condensation funnel or something blowing in the wind there, even though you can't see the condensation funnel all the way to the ground. Definitely have a tornado to the ground here, Mike.
Crossing County Road 72 north of Crescent at Dover Road.
2.5 west, 1 north of Crescent.
2.5 west, 1 north of Crescent would be the ground truth on that tornado right there. It will miss Crescent. The center of circulation, the tornado circulation will miss Crescent just to the northwest and north. Again, Mason Dunn doing a spectacular job in Air Comfort Solutions Chopper 4 right here. Multi-vortex, occasionally large tornado, fast-moving tornado, occasionally looked like a violent tornado. This has been on the ground now for quite some time. This is northwest of Guthrie, quite a ways. So you folks in Guthrie, from this particular storm, you're fine. Heads up for Perry and Stillwater here a bit later on. Right now located northwest of Crescent. That is live from Air Comfort Solutions Chopper 4. We're basically watching this tornado cross by. Let's broaden out the shot here, Mason. Let's broaden out the shot. There, other circuit. See here. This is, look, here's another one on the ground right here. Back over. Again, once again, folks.
Watching these.
2 tornadoes on the ground.
The
2
tornadoes.
of them, right? Separated by a large
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
distance. Okay, the same parent
freezes.
mesocyclone or spin
Yeah,
aloft is driving
not
it.
really.
but
It's
we're
south
getting
of me.
independent
Oklahoma
circulations
City
underneath
area.
the
I'm
parent
in,
circulation. Makes this especially
Wichita,
dangerous.
Kansas.
So you see 1 tornado, you see 2 tornadoes, 2 on the ground at the same time from the chopper here. Mason Dunn tracking it. Both of these are reasonably violent from time to time. Let's broaden the shot out again. Let's take a look at both of them. Let's take a look at both. So 2 on the ground here, separated by Mason. How much distance would you estimate is in between these 2 tornadoes here? Looking at it live, folks. This is spectacular stuff in terms of the violentness of this weather today. Look at this: 2 tornadoes on the ground, same parent mesocyclone. Again, this is just north of Crescent, but very, very close to the north side of Crescent. But that's one giant circulation with 2 independent. Look at the one roping over there to the right. Really amazing stuff here from the chopper, and so dangerous. Mason, how much distance separates those 2 tornadoes, would you estimate? Yeah, this is really amazing stuff right here.
I
Again,
will,
this is north
Hooper.
of Crescent,
I got a basement.
north of Guthrie, large circulation.
I don't think we're supposed to be getting the
with 2
this stuff down
tornadoes
there.
on the ground underneath the same
2
parent
tornadoes.
mesocyclone. Again, the motion in these tornadoes, these tornadoes is pretty violent.
My weather's in a different location.
Looks like these winds are up there around the 150-mile-an-hour range. So they're significantly strong tornadoes. Again, north of Crescent here, tracking toward Orlando and Mulhall. Mason Dunn joins us here live again, looking at a spectacular but so dangerous scene up here in Logan County.
Radar
Mason?
on my cell phone.
Yeah,
And I
Mike,
think the
those
servers
tornadoes
are
are about a half a mile
bogged down.
apart. They have passed Crescent, moving to the northeast. They passed Crescent about, 5 miles to the northwest. We still got tornado 1, 2. We just got. It's just a huge wall cloud. Like I said, we had to move out to the east a little. The wall cloud
And the direct
is
path.
huge, even though the lowering. Look to the right, Travis.
Are you
Right in
are
there,
you
we
in your
got
new
another
place
tornado
in
coming
Texas,
down, Mike.
Amy?
This one looks a little more impressive than the ones we've seen. I don't know how many tornadoes we've seen so far.
Faster motion.
We've seen so
Faster motion with this for
right
sure. Multi-vortex in structure here. So Mason estimates these are separated by about a half mile in distance. Again, same very large mesocyclone.
I've seen a
underneath
few,
that.
Chef.
So you see here,
They're not bad when they're in the countryside.
the motion here is
You can see
getting
the
faster
motion
and
right there.
faster in this tornado, more and more violent. So we don't want it to be
But it's
hitting
hard-
any
you can't-
structures
it's
here, even though
definitely
you
on the
can't
ground,
see it
but
connecting. from the funnel
It looks
down
like
to the
maybe
ground.
some rain
Clearly,
wrap.
it is intermittently, at the very least, on the ground, perhaps virtually the entire way up here in Logan County. Again, north of Guthrie, south of Perry, southwest of Stillwater, moving toward Mulhall and Orlando. Mason Dunn again joins us here live, continued on the ground. Mason?
Yeah, Mike, we're just continue to follow this. I'm directly north of Crescent now. This is going to be coming close to
Finally got
Marshall
my
now
radar up.
and Orlando. I
working.
think it's going to miss Mulhall to the west, but right now I can definitely feel the inflow picking up. A lot of rotation, just tornadoes coming down left and right. We're having to pan out every now
There's
and then and
the,
look behind us to make sure there's not one
Toward and away
forming
radar.
behind us. So we just saw 2 tornadoes at one time on the ground there. This one is the further north rotation, and looks like it has lifted at this time, Mike.
Okay, so the further north, or the lead tornado, has lifted. Again, very large, even though it just looks like low, dark clouds. This is a very large mesocyclone here with tornado circulations probably at each side, or about each side of the parent circulation, or the mesocyclone. So it looks like perhaps intermittent contact here likely continues. Let's take this opportunity to go over to Max. That's probably still on the ground. Let's go ahead and push
Right
on
now,
in here. So you
in
folks
Wichita,
in
it
Mulhall,
said
the circulation is
a
so large
50 degrees,
that any wobbling
but it's
of
so
the parent
windy, it
circulation
says
back
feels
or
like
forth
34.
could
It
put
is
any one of
cold.
these locations and towns here in the danger path. So tornado warning, north central Logan County continues. So Orlando heads up. Lake McMurtry, Lake Carl Blackwell, Highway 51 and I-35 heads up. It is on the ground back again, clearly. So let's do a storm projection. Take that basically due northeastward, Damien. Due northeastward, back on the ground here again from Air Comfort Solutions Chopper 4. So Logan County, northern, maybe lean it ever so slightly more. There you go, perfect. So we're talking about Orlando
He
and
is
Perry
outside
at
Oklahoma
around
City.
4:30.
Yes.
So
He's to
Perry's
the west
here,
of Oklahoma City.
Stillwater's here. At this juncture, it may go between
Look on
Perry
the
and
left
Stillwater,
side.
but it's going to be lifting up through northern Logan County, then into
See if I can
southern
get that.
Noble
There's
County, and maybe
Oklahoma
northwestern
City.
and west central Payne County. So right now, north of Crescent, southeast of Marshall, and very close to
I
and to the
actually thought it
west
was
of
west.
Mulhall. Let's go back over to the chopper. So it may go west of Mulhall, however, it may not, but the trend, again, back on the ground here, I think, for both of these. That one was on the ground a moment ago.
And
That one
I'm
appears
up-
to be going back down to the ground. Let's go back over
Up
to
here.
Mason Dunn, doing a great job here tracking this with Travis Shutton. Again, changing shape very quickly here. Tornado warning continues. Let's see what you think right here, Mason. What do you have?
Well, the one on the left is a huge rotation from the clouds here. You can see the base of the wall cloud getting closer to us, but
You can see those
a lot of
rotations
rotation
right
here,
there.
Mike. A lot of times we've had 2 tornadoes on
toward
the
and
ground
away.
at once, and this storm continues as
radar.
as Travis is zooming in there on the that's a wall cloud.
Yeah, it's expected that
So
you lose
looking at
some
the shot
signals
here
from that.
live, again, this is northern Logan County. Here's Oklahoma County. Let's also take this opportunity. Jeremy Carter's down there as well. Let's head on down into southwest Oklahoma. The tornado threat is going to be basically from going forward here. The tornado threat's going to be from Watonga back down to Clinton,
how far
Weatherford,
south are you now,
Custer City, Arapahoe,
You're
down to
still
Elk
with me?
City, out to Sayre and Eric, down to Harmon County.
Let's see,
Impressive tornadic
May,
supercell
June.
coming
Were you already
into
moved
approaching
back? You
Beckham
want to
County
move
right
either
now.
at beginning of
Let's go ahead
May
and
or
push on
beginning of
into
June, I can't
Beckham
remember.
County. And these are impressive supercells here. Push
There's
on into
some
Beckham County and down here in
tornadoes
southwest Oklahoma.
around.
Impressive tornadic supercells here. And we've got a team of trackers also
like
in far
south of
western
Amarillo,
Oklahoma. That is a
southeast of
tornado warning there.
Amarillo.
Let's do a storm projection on that for the folks in Beckham County and Harmon County and Greer County. Tornado warning now
These
near
are
and north
Texas.
of Wellington, Texas. So this is a heads up for perfect. Eric Sayre. So Texola, Eric Sayre, Carter.
Will
So
do,
Texola
Chef.
there coming
Take
up
it
at
easy, man.
around 23
I
minutes
just love
from right
weather.
now, 30 minutes from right now. Sayre around 45 minutes from right now, and then Carter around 50 minutes from right now. Carter, Oklahoma. Again, this is an update for Beckham County out in western
So it looks
Oklahoma.
like
Coming out of the
east of
Texas
Amarillo.
Panhandle, Tornadic supercells here. We've got a team of trackers
Breaking
here.
the
We've got a
line
team
there.
of trackers out here in western Oklahoma. Let's walk down.
the
That's
Oklahoma
an update for
and
Beckham County. Again, take heed on this.
Texas border.
Take heed. Tornado warning here. Big supercell, very large damaging hail coming out of the Texas Panhandle now near Wellington to the south of Shamrock and McLean, Texas, coming into Beckham County. Let's walk down to the supercell that's to the
check out
south
the
of it, and this is going to be down here coming
base
into Harmon
velocity on
County.
that.
There is a tornado warning in effect for Harmon County as well. So this storm right here. So this tornado warning for Harmon County continues. Let's go to Jeremy Carter in Harmon County. Again, this is an update for you folks in southwest Oklahoma. Tornado warning for Hollis. Go, Jeremy.
Yeah, Mike, I'm sitting up out west of El Dorado, right on the Harmon County line, and I can see the storm structure off to my west. Haven't had visibility of it yet. We're getting in place for this. When this mezzo crosses the Red River, I'm going to be pretty much right where it's going. Not a lot to see. We're going to keep everybody monitored on the situation here. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, Jeremy, appreciate that. Let's go back over to Max 2, show you where this is located. This is going to be approaching Harmon County. Heads
Having
up
a
for you
hard
folks
time
in
hearing me?
Jackson
Okay.
County also, El Dorado,
Let me,
Hollis, El
just
Dorado,
pop that
over
volume
to
up.
Duke and Martha, Oklahoma.
About now.
Jackson, Western Jackson, Northern Jackson,
my mic is
Southern
probably-
Greer County, heads up for you. Hollis down to the border, down to the river.
Can you hear
El
his
Dorado
audio
area,
all right, the
large supercell
newscaster?
there. Let's do a storm tracker on that as well. Take that due northeastward. Take that due northeast. We're talking about the one coming into far southwestern Oklahoma. And let's take that due northeastward and do a track adjust.
I
Maybe
mumble
tap
as it
that
is,
just a little
too.
bit more down to about the river there. Just track it, start at the river there, take it due northeastward, and this is going to be a timeline here for you folks in southwest Oklahoma. Gould, very close and just southeast of Hollis. Duke at 434. Mangum at 451. Blair at 457.
I'm getting
Tornadic
torrential
supercell
rain here.
keep that in mind,
Just had a flash
as it continues to move into
flood
southwest
warning.
Oklahoma. Let's go back over to
The news is
tornadic
loud.
storm,
Okay.
now north of Guthrie and west of Stillwater. So we're going to go back up to the one here in northern Logan County. And let's go ahead
Any better?
and push on in. Do we have the chopper? Can we take the chopper? Okay. So we're going to go over to Mark Dillard, I think.
I don't wanna-
Perhaps next and get an update. And also
Yeah, he's pretty clear.
for you folks in Orlando. So this is a tornado warning continuing here. Orlando up into southern Noble County. So near to the southwest of Perry. Let's go to Aaron Blackett now live. Again, this is a continued tornado warning. Aaron?
What you talk about Perry?
Positioning right here because there's been a couple little radar returns that are just up to the west and west northwest of Oklahoma City. We're just really fanning out, making sure that we have good coverage on this whole thing because as we saw, that's how this multi-vortex tornado situation started by being barely
Okay,
anything
thank you
and turned into what we
for the
are
heads up.
showing here
Yeah,
on the air right
I put it at the same level as my voice,
near the we're going to be we're at the west side of El Reno right now is where we're at.
so you can hear both equally.
Additional development, Mike.
Let's go over to Mark Dillard here. I think we have Mark Dillard live. Mark Dillard live as well. Mark, give us an update. Tell us where you are right now.
Yes, Mike, I'm at the Abel community just north of Guthrie here. Trying to get a visual on this. The roads are one thing. You don't want to really get down to dirt roads because they're pretty much slop from all the rain we've had. But just trying to keep up with this thing has been a challenge. The choppers done an exceptional job. Hats off to those guys. But, you know, to talk about what's happened so far, Mike, the Metro's really dodged the bullet on round one as far as this goes. We have to be really thankful that no real population centers have been hit. But we're trying to catch up with this thing before it gets to the I-35 corridor now.
I gotta send a text.
Appreciate that. Let's go back over to radar, and we can show you here. We go over.
Hey, that's a lot of sodium. How you doing? I'm not too stuck in it. Now the news is quiet, but I can hear it loud.
And well north of Guthrie now.
Now news is quiet, but I can hear it You're
So
louder and
coming out of
clear.
northern
Okay.
Logan County now. It's crossing Highway 51 currently. Tornado warning in effect continues. So crossing 51.
I wouldn't mind being down in that.
Southern
That's a lot of
North
sodium.
up to Perry. Let's go ahead and push
Speaking
down.
of that name, that's the best name. I've seen you in Seeker's chat a lot, but
Let's go ahead and
what
go
made
back,
you get that?
Let's check that out. We've got storm trackers there as well. Let's go back over to that northwest of Hydro on Max 2.
with that thing, somebody's worried about sodium. Sound like you may be an older person.
Check it out here. So we're talking about this area northwest of Hydro. Let's get a clarification on that. What do you have for an exact location on? Yeah, here it is right here.
Oh, there's that new
Fay,
Thomas.
Watonga's got a very strong north wind. So Watonga's
See if
very
I can get
cool and
that,
very strong north wind. So the tornado circulation is going to be breeding
Base velocity
down
going
between
here.
Fay and Thomas. Say that again.
It is a vine.
Southeastern Dewey,
So much younger.
northeastern Munster into central
Okay.
Blaine. So this area of rotation is either going to travel over or just on the south side of Watonga. I know that Chris McBee is very
Man,
close
did
to
you
that
see
location
all
as
the
well.
tornado
So we're
warnings that are?
checking in with our team of trackers here on
I'm
this
having
next
problems
wave.
staying
This
connected
is the
on
next wave here coming
this
in. That is a tornado
app.
warning for Fay and for Thomas and for Watonga.
One,
and also a heads
two,
up for you folks in Greenfield. West side of Watonga
three,
has a very strong north wind, 55 degrees.
four.
So that circulation is going to
And
ride,
fifth would be in
over toward
Texas.
Watonga. So you
Oh,
folks
you're a
in
teen?
Watonga,
That's so weird.
near and north of
I mean,
Greenfield,
I would think
new
someone's like,
tornado
that's a
warning
lot of
in
sodium. Would
effect.
be some old guy in his
That could be
60s. I can't do it, Margaret.
possibly
That's
over
a lot of
North
sodium.
County. So that's
Something like
Illinois,
that.
Omega, the community college, Kingfisher, Oklahoma. So that is a new tornado warning there. North of Hydro, unconfirmed tornado report. That'd be very close to Thomas and Fay, Oklahoma, north of Bridge.
I'm gonna go
and
change
Hydro,
radars.
Bridgeport. Okay, let's go back up, Damien, to the storm coming into the Perry area. So tornado warning here, southeastern Garfield to the east of Covington and Noble County, including Perry. So new tornado warning here. Let's go over to Mark Dillard. This is the one that's been producing a long-tracked multi-vortex tornado.
Big T.
And this
How you
is going
doing?
to be just to the west and north of Orlando, and then on up into Perry. Let's do a storm projection on that. New tornado warning there. This is for you folks in Perry now. New tornado warning for Perry. And Mark Dillard is going to be closing in very quickly on that. He's coming up I-35. He's near the Mulhall exit. So he will be arriving before this reaches Perry. These are moving quickly. These storms are moving very quickly. So, yep. So I'd say Perry's pretty much red line, center line on this, folks. So this is dangerous. Now keep in mind, this has been producing a large multi-vortex tornado, 2 tornadoes on the ground at the same time as well. So Emily Sutton's near Mulhall right now. Let's go to Emily. She's very close to this circulation right now. Emily?
Yeah, Mike, we are approaching, we're about 2 miles away from the 51 exit off of I-35. We just passed the Mulhall exit, and we're heading north. We're going to try and head towards the Perry area.
Good deal, Big T.
And we had a clear view of the lowering. We know that this has a history of producing tornadoes. You know, our chopper pilot, Mason Dunn's been doing an excellent job. Like Mark Dillard said, it has been a bear to try and chase this thing as it's been flying. So folks in the path of this storm, it's going to be
That
moving
thing is
rather
about
quickly. So you need
40 to
be prepared
50 miles an
to
hour.
shelter immediately. We're keeping a close eye on this rotation. Let's see, we're coming up now, Mike, on exit 174, Highway 51 for Stillwater and Hennessy. So on top of it.
Emily, appreciate that. Let's go back over to radar. And we have Emily and Mark Dillard both basically intercepting this storm that has been producing multiple tornadoes. And this is going to be on the west side of Orlando. It's going to go just southeast of
This is
Covington.
north of Oklahoma City, west of Oklahoma City, and southwest of Oklahoma City. If you're from the Texas area, it'd be east of Amarillo. That's moving into Oklahoma.
Orlando, north of Mulhall, Oklahoma, now tracking to the very southeastern corner of Garfield
Yeah.
County and then from there up into Noble County. Tornado warning in effect. There's your time of arrival. Orlando's on
That's
the
pretty cool. You
right
saw
now.
one
Perry at 4:31.
in person. Not a lot of
right
people
now.
do.
4:12, 4:31 time of arrival. So you're talking about 20 minutes or so from right now. Perry, all right? This has been producing a significantly large tornado, multi-vortex in structure that's been reasonably violent. So it's a dangerous storm. Mark Dillard, if we can go to Mark Dillard, we can. All right, I'll tell you what, let's walk back down. We got to keep a very keen eye on the Perry storm. Let's walk back down. We're going to talk to Mike Bennett on the next tornado warning down the line. So this is going to be north of Guthrie, west of Stillwater, coming up on Perry. This one is going to be near Thomas right now. Faye Thomas coming up toward Watonga and Greenfield. Mike Bennett is on that one. Tornado warning there. Blaine, Mike.
Okay,
What
Mike,
news?
I don't know, we're probably like 10, 15 miles north of Calumet. Blaze north, we're trying to get to the Watonga.
Did you hear the
tornado
news?
warning
I'm not
that's
sure.
Issued. And right now I've got just dark blue skies back in there. I probably am about 5 minutes away from being able to see some storm structure back in there. In fact, like a rain-free base to my west-northwest. But it's a little bit too hazy right now for me to give you much of a description on it. But we're on our way there, well en route. Mike?
Okay, very close to that area right there. We're talking about southwest of Watonga right here, folks. So he's essentially coming up on this tornado-warned storm. So this is Mike Bennett. Sarah Libby's in the neighborhood here as well. This is going to be the next wave, if you will, the next wave. Now, we have a long road to hoe here, folks. It's 4:14 in the afternoon. There's a lot more activity coming, and eventually it's going to begin to focus more on the metro. It's going to be a little while longer. Let's hope that doesn't happen, but the trend will be for more of a focus on the metro, beginning with the west and north metros. We head past the 5, 5:30, 6:30 time frame, okay? So this is going to be eventually focusing more into the metro. Flooding threat is also there. So this is Mike Bennett. Let's go back to Mike Bennett here and take another look. And okay. Mike, again, you can just about, you're coming up on basically.
Okay, yeah, I did hear that. You told me about that. Month and a half. Okay, I thought it was going to be.
Okay, Mike, yeah, we're.
What's the delay like anyway? I thought it was going to be beginning of June. April, May. Is it June, February, March, April, May? Yeah, June. Have to count on my fingers.
Very, very healthy looking storm. We're going to have our partners here by west.
Okay.
How far south in Texas are you going to be?
Okay. All right. So let's go over to Emily Sutton. We're going to update you folks in Perry. Again, so what we have going on, this area here was southwest of Watonga, okay? So there's a lot of cool air coming into Watonga right now. The circulation may go on the southern sides of Watonga down by Greenfield, but it's going to be coming into Blaine County near Watonga down to Greenfield out of Faye and Thomas. You see the rain-free base coming into view. Now, we want to go back over to the Max 2, and on Max 2, we're going to go from this tornado warning here. Blaine
Hey, Silver
County,
Finder, this is in
Thomas area,
Oklahoma
near
City,
Greenfield. You all heads alert,
or
heads up
actually
here, Blaine County,
west
over into Kingfisher
of
County.
Oklahoma
Now,
City.
We're gonna walk up to Perry. Let's walk up to Perry here, and this rotation here continues, and then walk up to Perry, and then push in. So here's the tornado.
I'm not sure where
circulation
Tyler is
continuing,
there.
and it may be turning more to the right. So that's Marshall. So that potentially could push it more toward the southern sides of Perry. So yep, I'm with you. Yep, right here. Do what you're just doing. There's another rotation.
Hey, Silver Wolverine, how's it going?
So this circulation here.
No kids aren't out of school until the 7th. Got to pack a. Okay.
Moving due northeastward right here. You see the motion. All right. So that'll be taking
Just
it
outside
toward
Tyler
Perry.
again.
So
So you used to live there. Is
of this track. Let's
I'm
go to the intensity
getting,
display
since you
on
said
this.
again.
And this circulation here is also getting quite strong. This is
I
going
wish
to be
they'd go back to the chopper view. So we at one point we had there was 2 tornadoes on the ground.
To Perry.
The volume is kind of low. Which side is low, me or the
Let's go over to Max 3.
The
We
newscaster.
have loaded up from the chopper just a very short while ago. If you're joining us here a short while ago, we had 2 tornadoes on the ground at the same time. Rope tornado there coming down, and this was from the chopper just a short while
News.
ago, about 15 minutes ago. A wedge-shaped tornado from time to time, multi-vortex in structure. This was in northern Logan County, north and northwest of Guthrie, and a little ways to the southwest.
Keep
of
telling me
Perry.
when it's good
This
to
is the
go.
one now coming into the Perry area. This was from the chopper a short while ago up in northern
Man, I
Logan County.
cannot get
So
my
this is
radar to
tracking
go.
now into Noble County in the Perry area. Let's go back over to Max 2, and we're going to go to Emily Sutton here coming up. So this is the tornado warning now coming into Perry. So Perry, tornado precautions, storm cellar, basement, tornado shelter, temporary structures, mobile homes, trailers are not safe.
Okay.
This has produced a tornado that has been reasonably violent and also fairly large, kind of wedge shaped, very low to the ground. Visibility is difficult to see. So this is heads up for Perry. Tornado precautions, you are under a tornado warning. Let's go to Emily Sutton if we can. Right after that, Mark Dillard
I might
tracking
have
this
to just-
now as she approaches Perry from the south coming up I-35. Emily?
I think I'm at the
Yeah, Mike, we're at the
turn the
intersection
mobile
of
phone off. I can't get it.
61
I think it's just
I-35. We got off here and went up
servers
on a
are so
hill and
backed
looked
up.
at it really quick. And now we're going to slowly drift north on I-35 to follow it as it heads into the other towns. Wow, the winds are really strong out of the southeast, whipping into the storm. Clouds moving really fast. We have not seen a current indication of a funnel, any visual of it at this time, but we certainly saw it earlier. when the storm
outside
first
my
went up,
door,
and
it
Mason Dunn saw that
is
first funnel. We had a close eye on it, and then
not too
had,
bad.
quite a bit of trouble
It's
keeping up with it.
raining,
My concern is
cloudy,
I've been
little
seeing a lot of
wind.
semis, a lot of people
I'm
trucks, people
actually
completely unaware that a tornadic storm is heading their
not
way. So
to the north of this.
hoping
I'm
that
in.
everyone's paying attention, or if you're paying attention, or if you have any loved ones that are driving, definitely alert them to this hazard. Mike, we are about 13 miles from the Perry exit on I-35 northbound.
Okay, good job, Emily. Appreciate that. That's going to be for Noble County for that continued tornado
Yeah, I can't
warning for the
even
Perry area.
Scroll
So let's go back over to
with
Max
this app.
1. Now, let's give you a bit of an overview. What we're going to do here is kind of back out and give you an overview as to what's going on right now and what will be happening in the next several hours. So we have a PDS tornado
See if I can
watch
get
till 10
this.
p.m. That is for particularly dangerous situation.
I'm to the
That
north of
covers
all
most
this
of our
action.
viewing area, including the entire
It could
Oklahoma City metro
roll into my area, but
that is for the
very
possibility of
doubtful
long
with all how
tracked
cold it
and
is
violent
here.
and large tornadoes, in addition to 4-inch diameter hail and 90-mile-an-hour straight line winds. There are the current warnings, flooding and severe thunderstorm warnings near and north of this wind shift line or north of Oklahoma City, and most of the action has been along that. Wave number 2 is coming into southwest Oklahoma, and we're going to see a lot
Money
more tornadic
swag?
activity. It looks like going forward, southwest Oklahoma and nearing the metros.
I've
we
heard
head
of.
toward 5,
Did he change his name?
6,
Was it Monkey
and
Swag
7
before?
o'clock. Okay, so if you live West Metro, Metro,
If anybody
North
knows
Metro,
Raven Hot Coins, he is he's in this area, but actually
El Reno,
it's
Yukon,
more in the
Piedmont,
around the
Okarche,
metro area of
Deer
Oklahoma
Creek,
City,
Edmond,
not this
Guthrie.
northern
You
part.
folks will begin to be impacted first, and then deeper into the metro the way it
Oh,
looks
Monkey
as we
Swag.
head
Okay.
past the 6 and 7 p.m.
Huh,
hour.
that's where
A lot
he
of us
is?
listening to us on radio stations as well, so we're trying to paint a descriptive picture as to what we expect. You see tornado warnings right now for Blaine County, near and to the south of Watonga. Mike Bennett's on that with Sarah Libby, and also for the Perry area, Noble County, Mark Dillard, Emily Sutton on that, as well as Air Comfort Solutions Chopper 4. That's the one that produced this pretty long tracked multi-vortex and multi-tornadic.
You know, they really haven't had
out of Kingfisher County into northern
a
Logan County. We were
large
watching this live a short while ago. It was
wedge
quite dramatic and
tornado
spectacular
that,
and
like,
pretty ominous
showing
in
power
terms of
lines and
power that we had going on. So we have this wind shear line just on the west and north sides of Oklahoma City, that red line. That's
Yeah,
where the
see
winds
how
are
he's doing
spinning
there,
in
Shovel
maximum
Wolverine.
atmosphere. It creates wind shear that enhances the tornado potential in these storms, and we have this supercell coming up on Perry with a tornado warning. Let me tell you, there's also rotation picking up west of Marshall that could be potentially tornadic pretty much as well at any time. See a hook there west of Marshall. That's a heads up for Marshall, far southeastern Garfield County, and rotation still tornadic just southwest of Perry now. Let's go back over with that in mind. Back to Emily Sutton now, just on the south sides of Perry, looking to
Every time I switch back and forth.
the
on
north
this.
and the northwest. Emily?
Yes, Mike, we're still traveling north on I-35. We are south of Perry. Actually, right now we're near Orlando, so we're just east of Orlando on I-35. We've got the circulation located to the west of us, and it is heading off to the north towards Perry.
Looks like they're
We are able to see the base at times right now. You know, it gets a little bit hillier here.
right
as we
around
head
here.
more towards the
on the
Stillwater
road.
area. But we occasionally get a view of the base. Haven't seen a funnel lately. Very, very hazy out. So I think we're going to have to be kind of close to it to see it, as I know it's going to be challenging to see. But this has had a persistent circulation, a persistent hook. And we've watched it already cycle numerous times. Mason Dunn's been on top of that one. So anyone in the path of this storm, that includes
I
the
could
town
get
of
somebody in a
Perry,
visual.
You need to take your tornado safety precautions. Okay,
So we can
Mike,
see
we're coming
this.
up on the Orlando Road exit 180 and 1 mile off of I-35 northbound. So we're tracking right alongside this as it moves off to the northeast towards Perry. So we're going to try and keep a close eye on it. It looks like the circulation's kind of broader now, but we'll be on top of it, Mike.
Emily, good report. Appreciate that. Let's go back over to Max 2 and show you Max 2. So here's the rotation. So it's still a large circulation center, still also appears to have potentially some multi-vortex activity in it. It's coming up on Perry right now. It is a large circulation. We simply cannot let our guard down in terms of the threat level for Perry, okay? Still looks to be tornadic. Still looks to have two circulation centers like it has for quite some time. Also, there is significant circulation on the northwest side of Marshall. All right, so that's going to be coming up on Covington. It's not tornado warned yet, but it is significant, and it's not far below tornado criteria. So Covington, southeast Garfield County, heads up for you, all right? The storm coming up in your southwest, moments away. You've got to stay very alert. Now, Perry
All right,
also still
Uper.
looks to be tornadic. Still
I
looks
will
to be
stay safe.
multiple
I
tornadic.
don't think I'm going to get
Two
any of this stuff.
circulation centers. Let's go back over to Emily, and let's get an
Okay.
update here. She should
I'll
be
see you
getting
later
very-
if I am still on.
More detail now coming view as she comes in to the southern
Don't
side
forget,
Perry
you'll
right
be able
now.
to get
Emily?
some of this live when you
Hey,
move
Mike,
back
right
to
now we're getting
Texas.
off on exit 180 Orlando Road. I'm going to try and turn around and spin around to get a better vantage point of this storm. We have to be cautious when we pull off on the side of the road because everything is so wet. And obviously don't want to get stuck on a day like this today. But tornadic storm still ongoing. I'm going to pull up here. We're about to get on top of this hill, and then we'll definitely have a better vantage point. We're going to be keeping a close eye on this, especially as it continues to head northeast towards the town of Perry. Anyone in this path definitely needs to seek shelter. Hang with us for a second, Mike. We're about to get a better vantage point. I'm trying to get up on a hill here. All right, maybe we can pull over here. Yeah.
I wonder
there
where
we
they're
go.
mounting these cameras
Able
in
to
the
get a shot
vehicles.
of it. Again, until you're right up next to the circulation, it's going to be really hard to see. I'm having trouble getting a good visual of the base of this storm just because the atmosphere just has so much moisture in it. It's so hazy. So challenging to see, but like
She's
you
on the
said,
Orlando
it's a
exit.
persistent circulation and could drop a tornado at any time. So again, we're
I'm
at
wondering
Orlando
where
Road
she's at.
and I-35 northbound, and Mike,
Probably
very
right
concerning
there.
seeing all these people blasting north on I-35 right into the path of this storm. So they definitely need to be careful. Hopefully, get off the road.
Probably
Okay,
right there.
Let's go over to Mark Dillard's stream. Let's go to Mark Dillard's stream. So in the interceptor here, so Mark is very close to Perry right now. So we need to emphasize the threat level for Perry. Let's go back over to Max 2 and show you that we
Let's
have
do
this,
a back out of this.
we have this large
cell.
circulation. Let's go ahead and push on in. And so we have two areas here of rotation. One is just
The
southwest
tornado
of
warning
Perry.
south of
The other one is a
Pittsburgh.
little ways to the west of Gansel. So
I mean, this
just on the
goes
west side of Gansel there on the
all the
highway,
way
two
into-
areas here. It's had multiple tornadoes here in the past. Two main areas
system
underneath
is
a very large,
pretty
very large
huge.
and also quite strong mesocyclone. So this will be tracking Perry, West Perry, Perry, West Perry, North Perry. Perry, West Perry, North
They're
Perry.
really on this.
Still looks to be tornadic circulation
cell
there
here.
and could easily be multi-vortex and large. It is likely
Let's
very,
look
very
at
low
the,
to the ground.
Base velocity.
So this is still a heads up with this tornado warning in Noble County. Okay, so don't take this lightly. Perry, West Perry, Perry, West Perry, North Perry, I-35, crossing I-35.
Big T about to
here,
show those
west
pedges
and northwest
in probably,
of
what,
Perry.
40
We have two
minutes? 30
circulations
minutes?
Here, giant mesocyclone, very, very large, with two main circulation centers embedded inside of that. Let's back out.
Hey, Trey,
on
how's it
that
going?
and go to intensity and do a storm projection straight northeastward. And this is going to be
You
also, if our storm trackers are monitoring, developing
ever see a
circulation west of
tornado?
Kingfisher right now. So let's take this due northeastward, but keep Perry in the, keep it in the track, keep it in the cone, keep Perry in the cone, but begin it just on the west side, west-southwest side of Perry. Put Perry on the edge of it. So Sears and Red Rock is where this is tracking. So out here, Sears and Red Rock is where this, there, that's perfect right there.
All right.
So Perry right now, especially West Perry, Central Perry, North Perry. And then the Black Bear Creek area around I-35, and then Red Rock at 450, Marland at 5 o'clock, tracking northeast at 40 to 45 miles per hour. Again, it's had a history of producing large and perhaps even violent tornadic activity, a history of that. Tornado warning does continue. Let's go back over to Mark Dillard's stream. Let's show you Mark Dillard.
Sump pump
And
is
here's
going
the
off.
stream here from very close to Perry right now. If we have Mark. So Mark, are you there on the interceptor? Do you have an update here for us?
Yes, Mike, just north of Orlando now, and we're pulling up. The pushing in the clouds above us is very rapid back toward our north, well, basically west-northwest toward the circulation. So we're keeping an eye on it, but I can tell you I can't really make out much of a lowering.
I don't
or
see much
funnel or anything on the ground right now.
any
Mike.
more
It's too
special
hazy
with that
between,
storm.
Me and the circulation, but the motion in the clouds is still very, very,
That's
fast.
there.
So we're going to continue to track it here on 77 north out of Orlando by about 5 miles. Back to you.
Okay, appreciate that. So let's go back over to Max 2. Now, you folks ahead of this, we're going to leave you for just a minute and go over to other tornadic storms. We're going to
Yeah.
talk about, we have multiple
OKC
tornado warnings
is
in
a
effect. So
tornado
before we leave
magnet,
you, though,
and for
North Perry,
extreme
Northwest
ones.
Perry, that appears to be the case. Looks like that circulation may possibly, the way it looks right now, be clearing Perry. Very close. Just to make sure, though, let's push in. Let's look at velocity, because it's very, very close. Yeah, just right on the western I-35 at the Perry exit. Circulation there, yes. Just on the west side, north
you
side
can-
of Perry.
you can see it
Interstate
right here.
35, all right? Interstate 35, Perry exit, northward from there.
Looks like
up
it's
to
right
Sears
here.
and Red Rock. Black Bear Creek crossing at I-35 back when the 1991 April 26th tornado crossed. That'd be the natural gas field there to the south of Billings. So that valley right there, that Black Bear Creek Valley. So still a very large circulation literally on the west side of Perry, lifting up towards Sears, Red Rock, from there up toward Marland. It will, for now, this will stay well to the northwest. Well to the northwest of Stillwater. However, let's go back down the line, go back to intensity. And there are other hooks now forming quickly. So we're going to leave this storm here momentarily. So notice, let's go to velocity here near Dover. So now we're going to be checking in, folks, with Sarah Libby. So walk down to Dover.
Yeah, there's some.
Yep. So is this TLX or Vance?
Hey, Dirty,
So
how's
this
it
is
going?
intensifying rotation now near Dover.
I will.
Up to Hennessy, all right? So this is intensifying rotation. So this is going to be just to the west-northwest of Dover. Also, let's back to the west. That's Kingfisher
Well,
County.
earlier
Hennessy heads up,
they had some
especially Dover, north on
two tornadoes on the
81
ground.
Hennessy
That's what I
heads up
really
there.
wanted to get.
So northern
captured.
Kingfisher
It was-
County
it
heads
was
up.
nice,
No
just
tornado warning, but it's increasing very quickly.
The
We'll talk
helicopter
with it
was
as well.
staying with it.
Let's go to Bennett, Mike Bennett near Omega. Mike Bennett, if you can swing it, track a little ways back to the east and then to the north. You're near Omega right now. Go, Mike Bennett.
Yeah, Mike, we're just about a mile west of Omega, looking back to the
Mile west
west-southwest
of
the
Omega.
tornado warning storm. I will tell you, that the storm you're talking about over Dover was developing over our heads as we were making our way here, and we had rotation in it as it was developing in its development stages. So that storm really bears watching because it had some pretty good rotation in it, and we just went ahead and punched through it to get to this one, and it was just a baby storm at that time. And so if that thing goes severe, it's going to be a tornado producer. In fact, Mike, I'm thinking maybe I ought to go ahead and make my way back and jump on that storm. Well, what do you think?
Mike Bennett, yes, please go ahead and start moving. This is a heads up for you folks in Kingfisher County and northern Logan County again. Mike Bennett is going to start moving here. He needs to head back to the east and then get over into the northern Logan County area. Okay, so let's go back to max 2. So again, very dynamic situation here, what's going on. So we're looking at intensifying rotation now. It looks to me like it's becoming tornadic here pretty quickly. North side of Dover, let's go ahead and push in a little, push in just a little bit with it. Okay, looks like it quite well could be going tornadic right now. I would expect a tornado warning here to come out at any time for northern Kingfisher County near Dover on up to Marshall, north and west of Crescent, up to Marshall, Highway 51, Hennessy Marshall, Highway 51. Let's go to intensity. Hook really coming back up. Mike Bennett is now moving. Okay, so here is the developing hook right here. It's also starting
merging
to
with
turn
another
north to
cell,
the
though.
right. So this has got a pretty high probability of coming tornadic. Kingfisher County, it's north of Kingfisher and northwest of Crescent and southwest of Marshall and Orlando. So in other words, this will be coming through northern Kingfisher County to northern Logan County, maybe into southeastern Garfield County. It may not take long for this to become tornadic. I would expect a tornado warning here pretty much coming out at any time for the Dover area. We're going to go back to Mike Bennett on that. Mike Bennett's going to stay on that storm. Now, let's go back over to Aaron Brackett. Let's walk down the line. Let's walk down the line here to Watonga. This looks all outflow dominated, cold air coming through. Doesn't look especially threatening right now for the Watonga area in terms of tornadoes, but some damaging wind, a lot of heavy rain. Aaron Brackett joins us live from near Watonga.
Yeah, Mike, there's no tornadoes
Yeah,
right
it
here right
doesn't
now.
even look
59 degrees. I'm
organized.
from Watonga, and I'm heading eastward, okay? So we're heading east toward the more favorable environment. It dropped from the upper 70s to the upper 50s.
Since
in
that
about
Dover
2
storm
miles.
is
So, I mean, I'm kinda
merging
riding
with the
boundary
other
to get
cell,
just
I
east
don't.
of it and kind of investigate the storms that are a little bit closer to Loyal and Dover. We're going to come in the backside of those before too long.
It
So
may
we're
be
not far from them, just up to the east of
not
Watonga
too
right
bad.
now. But folks in Watonga, I know you just had that tornado warning. There's no tornado threat when we're 59 degrees. Back to you.
Okay, appreciate that. So let's go
I'm gonna
back
check
over
out
to
these areas.
the Perry storm. Update for you folks in southwest Oklahoma coming up, talking about Beckham County, Harmon County, okay, coming up. There are tornado warnings out there as well. Let's go over to Emily here, looking at the view here. I believe she's on I-35, very close to
I don't
Perry
see
right now.
anything.
What do you see, Emily?
Yeah, Mike, I'll tell you what, I think we may have seen a tornado kind of wrapped up. We definitely saw the lowering, and what's challenging about this is it's quite possibly that new circulation you were talking about quite possibly could be rain wrapped. So we thought we may have seen the outer edge of a tornado earlier. If it hasn't dropped one already, you can see our stream. You're not going to see much. At times when we were higher on the hill, we were able to see the outline of what could have been the edge of what was likely a rain-wrapped tornado. So this thing is still going. Rapid, strong southeasterly winds feeding into it. We're watching it very closely. You can see our stream. I mean, it's pitch black in front of us. And what's really concerning, Mike, is I'm just watching these semis slamming north, driving straight into it as it's about to cross I-35. There we go. If you hold up a second, if you look in the middle of our screen, Mike, you can see the base of the storm. There we go. You have to get pretty much right up on it to see the base of it. So earlier we easily could have seen a tornado. Right
think she's
now we're getting a
talking
clearer
about
view.
this.
Of course, this part of the state, a little bit hillier,
Not
a lot more
sure.
vegetation. People in the path of this storm definitely need to seek shelter immediately. Mike, right now we're on I-35. We're right by the Perry Covington exit, 185, and I don't think I'm going to go that much farther north because we're right up on the circulation right
Yep.
now. In fact, I'm going to go up on this hill to get a better view of it. Mike?
Let's go back over to Max 2. Okay, let's show you what's going on right here. Exactly right. Extremely dynamic here. There are two circulations of tornadoes. It looked like you were just looking at a tornado there on the west side of I-35, just north of the Perry exit. You saw Perry right there in her stream. We'll go back to it momentarily. Tornado there, and then north of Perry, tornado there. Sears, Red Rock, Black Bear Creek, Valley here, I-35, heads up. Very dangerous, multi-circulations here with tornadoes on the ground, extremely low to the ground, and you have difficulty seeing them. Back to Emily Sutton here live. Emily, radar does confirm that circulation about to cross I-35 right now, just northwest of Perry.
Yes, Mike, you are looking at it. Watch our stream. You can definitely see the wall cloud. And what I think has been happening, I haven't been able to keep a very close eye at the surface at times because of the hills in the area. But, Mike, I would guess that there have definitely been some touchdowns going on. Easily could have a tornado at any moment. So we're seeing it really getting close to the ground. I think you're looking at the lowering right now. So you have to be very close to it to even be able to see it because of the low visibility from the high amount of humidity. Now, there are some storm chasers, and then I also think just some people in general pulling off of I-35, rightfully so, so they're not driving into this because the circulation, it's about to cross over I-35. And, of course, I'm seeing heavy traffic with semis, which is always very hazardous on a big tornado day.
Okay, Emily, appreciate that. Let's go back over to Max 2. Again, this tornado warning continues here. So here's the circulation on the northwest side of Perry. That's what you're looking at right there from Emily's stream. Do we have Mark Dillard on the Gentner? Let's talk to Mark Dillard. Say it again. Let's go to Mark Dillard. Go, Mark. Perry area.
Yes, Mike. Just looking.
Yeah, it is
south
crazy
of,
there.
exit
Coin searcher
186,
number
looking
2.
back to my north and west, and that's that area of circulation there. And then
Oh, you don't?
off to the
That's
due north
unfortunate.
On I-35, it's so dark up there. Another area of,
I believe
of
every
circulation
state
just
has
at
had
the-
a
at the
tornado
first
in it.
notch
I'm not
there of the-
100% sure.
of the,
I'd have to Google
cell,
search that.
where it starts to make that south jaunt. With
But
the
I believe
circulation
every
center.
well,
And then
yeah.
back off to the west, there's several more appendages, areas of circulation. It's a very, very messy storm as far as that goes, and we've seen it produce multiple
Yeah, it's
tornadoes
here every
throughout the
May.
day. So I just urge folks in Perry to stay alert off to the north and west of Perry especially. We're right here with it. Mike, back to you.
So they're
So
looking at
that's
this
an update
area
for
here.
the Perry area. Let's go back over to Max 2. We're going to work from here down to Kingfisher County. Still some significantly strong rotation here north of Dover, very close to Hennessy, Highway 51. Okay, so, and now let's go back into southwest Oklahoma. Guys, do you have Chris McBee? Okay, let's go out to Sayre. Damien, let's go all the way out into western Oklahoma. So tornado warning here. Chris McBee is in Sayre with a tornado warning right now. Beckham County, this is Sayre,
So
Oklahoma.
that just got
Tornado
warned.
warning. Chris McBee is there live. Update for you. Go, Chris.
Yeah, Mike, haven't seen a whole lot of real definition on this. Looks like the rotation has been
Well,
weakening
that's
a
not
bit.
good.
Very grungy and very hard to see in this area.
How long did it
Definitely keeping an
last
eye
when
on
you
it as it moves a little bit northeast. I'm at
when it hit you
55
guys
degrees
or
Fahrenheit
near
here,
you?
Mike. So,
Their coin
definitely
searcher.
Keep an eye on here in Beckham County. Thank you.
Let's go back over to Max 2. That's an update for Sayre. Folks, it's in the 50s right now in Sayre, so this is the cold air is doing a nice job at limiting the tornado potential here around Sayre because it's in the 50s. It's in the 50s out here. Very, very cold. You can see how the clouds look more flat here in nature. Let's go over to radar here on Max 2. So this is still a tornado warning, though, for the Sayre area, and you can see still
I think
quite a bit
the
of
cold
rotation
is gonna
here,
help
but
out.
The
It's
temperatures
not-
are quite
I
chilly
mean, yeah, dump
around Sayre.
some weather,
To near Elk City, but still a tornado warning here. So still a heads up.
but it ain't gonna be
right
as
now,
bad
that
as they
very cold air coming into the circulation is limiting
they thought.
the tornado
May have
potential
dodged a
around
bullet.
Sayre.
It
Not to
still
say that
could
may or may not
move
continue,
further
but that's
east.
the case right now. Let's go to the intensity display on that. And so we've lost quite a bit of the, you may want to go over to Frederick if you're not already on Frederick Nexrad there. The Sayre area up toward Elk City. So still stay alert here, but there is a lot of cold air coming in to this supercell here, which looks like it's weakening that tornadic circulation right now. So that's a very, very good report, a positive report
this
for the
Perry
Sayre
storm
area.
is
Let's go down the line.
looks like it's
And
merging
we have
in
Jeremy
with some
Carter. He's on this supercell now coming into southwest
other
Oklahoma.
cells.
Look at the hook here, folks.
So I think
and
it's
Jeremy
just
is
gonna
in a cell coverage area that is not very good, but this is a
wind
classic
down.
supercell here with a well-defined hook and a tornado warning. So we're talking about Gould, and from there over to Duke, and from there over to near Martha, Oklahoma, to the northwest of Altus, and to the south of Mangum.
Where is
Classic
he at?
supercell, well-defined hook, classic tornado signature here. Let's go to the velocities and look at the velocities in that. The mesocyclone speed, the spin speed here, if you will. So that's Sayre. That looks outflow dominated up there with a lot of cold air killing the circulation. That looks like a tornadic circulation there. Do we have Jeremy's stream? Jeremy Carter is right on that. Cell coverage on this part of the state is pretty spotty, but Jeremy Carter is here, and as soon as he comes back up, control room, let us know, because he's been on this storm since it crossed the Red River a short while ago. That looks to be a tornadic circulation, so tornado precautions here. Let's do a kind of a straight northeastward movement with that, and we're talking about southwest of Gould right now. From there into Jackson County, near Duke, Oklahoma, near and west of Martha, Oklahoma, and then perhaps could be as far as close to
Oh,
Mangum.
yeah, there we go.
But Gould
This
right
one right
about
here.
now, Duke at 505, Martha at 522, could go as far south as Altus at 525. Here's Altus right here, but between Altus and Mangum is where this will be tracking. Looks to be very much like a tornadic circulation right there. So I'd say tornado on the ground, tornado vortex signature there. Looks to be tornado on the ground right now. If we have Jeremy Carter, we can, if we do, just tell us if his stream comes up, or if we have him. And let's go ahead and go back over. So let's go back to the intensity display and look at the hook here again. So this is a dangerous storm down here in southwest Oklahoma. It's in warm air. It's got a lot of inflow. You see these clouds rapidly feeding into it. So from Harmon County, northern Jackson County, southern Greer County, and from there over into Kiowa County. So Altus Lugert Lake, Blair, Oklahoma, Altus Lugert Lake, up toward Hobart, the Highway 9 corridor, from Hobart, Carnegie, Mountain View, Godebo. Heads up for you folks here a little bit later on down the line.
Yeah,
Since
this one.
may be a
This one's one to
long-lasting
watch.
supercell here, let's back out a little bit and do a long storm projection. So let's do a long storm projection. So in other words, here's Oklahoma City right here. Let's do one out here a couple hours, moving northeast between 35 and 40. Take it all the way out for a couple hours. Okay, so we'll have to contend with this one. Okay, so Altus, Hobart, 556. Weatherford area. Weatherford's near the top of the cone there. Could go as far north as Weatherford. 654. Hinton,
I would say your best
713.
producer would
Chickasha,
the one he's
727.
talking about.
Mustang,
I don't see any
756.
other.
Oklahoma City,
The
815.
others seem to be near other
815
storms.
before. 745, 730, 745, 815 for that
That
supercell.
is-
May not dissipate, may not
Well,
go
the
away.
one to the
Let's go back to Jeremy Carter. He is now with us with an update on that.
Memphis and
there it
Hollis.
is right there. Jeremy, is there a tornado on the ground in that?
Man, Mike, I certainly can't see one. There has been a few times it looked like we had a funnel, a large lowering. This thing has become more and more organized since I've been here. And right now it may be cycling a little bit, but we do have quite a lowering in the middle of the stream. And we're going to reposition here shortly to try and get closer to this, Mike. The roads are very limited, and the service is very limited. Back to you.
That guy.
So it looks like it could be a tornado on the ground right now. Funnel cloud here, big mesocyclone or wall cloud above it with a pronounced cone. So this is down by Gould, down in southwest Oklahoma. This one's going to be trucking up toward the metro in that 7 to 8 o'clock time frame. 7 to 8 o'clock time frame. It may go away, but it may not. Way these conditions are today. So looks like at least a funnel cloud here. That could be a tornado on the ground. Let's get an update again from Jeremy Carter. Again, classic look there to a tornadic supercell. Jeremy, go.
Yeah, Mike. I cannot see any ground contact. I've got rain wrapping in around me. I'm thinking to try to get repositioned and try to get closer into this mezzo here shortly. I just want to make sure the road network will adequately support us getting in and out. But definitely very well organized wall cloud, and you can see the spinning motion with your eyes. So we need to watch very close. Back to you.
Okay, Jeremy, appreciate that. This is a view from southwest Oklahoma.
See the winds right
west
there.
of Altus, near Gould, Oklahoma. So let's go back over to Max 2. No indication this is going to go away anytime soon. Classic supercell tornado warning, tornado vortex signature. Looked to be a large funnel cloud there that may have been on the ground, and it's right over Gould here, and it's going to be tracking through Gould in the next few minutes, and then from there, Duke up to near Mangum. There's Mangum right there, and then from there, you're talking Hobart, the Highway 9 corridor, Gotebo, Mountain View, Carnegie, Altus Lugert Lake. Okay, supercell here, very strong inflow coming in. Don't see any indication this would weaken. It's 4:47 p.m. in the afternoon, so this is going to be a contender for you folks in after the Duke area and the Blair area, Markham, Altus Lugert Lake. From there, Hobart, Highway 9 corridor, Gotebo, Mountain View, Carnegie. All right, let's do a storm projection. Take that out to about Carnegie here, Damien. Take it straight, basically straight northeast. No indication this is going to go away. This is a dangerous storm down here. Tornado perfect on there. Tornado perfect on that. So Duke 509, Mangum 522, Granite 530 or so, Lone Wolf 547, Hobart 6 o'clock, and Rocky 610, Cordell 624, Carnegie there, Highway 9 641. Take that further out in time, you're talking about potentially the Metro in the 7:30 to 8 o'clock hour, okay? 7:30 to 8 o'clock hour on that. And that, if Jeremy Carter's still with us, let's get an update again from him. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and take off our storm projection here. Let's go ahead and walk up to the Beckham County storm. And it looks to be outflow. This is outflow dominated here, very cold air. It's in the mid-50s right now in Sayre. Say that again. Okay. Sarah Libby is near Cordell, Oklahoma, in advance of that supercell coming out of southwest Oklahoma. Joins us now live. Sarah?
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I'm not here with Steve Terry, and we are headed south and west to kind of pick up those storms that you've been talking about in southwestern Oklahoma where the tornado warnings are. We're going to go after this one in far southwestern Oklahoma that you were talking may affect the metro by about 7 to 8 o'clock p.m. We'll try to follow that up. So we're trying to position ourselves right now in the direction of that storm. Between the metro and here, we've seen a lot of overcast skies. The atmosphere is still very, very soupy. It looks like a lot of people have cleared the roadways, so that is really good news. I haven't seen that many cars out and about, so that's encouraging. People are trying to stay safe with this particular storm system pushing through. I've had a couple of messages just from friends asking if this is missing the metro area. I want to stress that this storm system has yet to move into the metro area and that it is still a threat for Oklahoma City. So kind of keep that in mind. I know a lot of the activity has been west, but it's still going to be affecting the state into the overnight hours indeed. So we'll be watching this storm off the southwest portion of Oklahoma. Mike?
Okay, nice job, Sarah Libby, on that. Very nice job from near Cordell. So she's basically rapidly approaching that area in southwest Oklahoma where Jeremy Carter is located right now. Folks, for you folks in Sayre and Elk City, it very much appears like you're so cold right now, 55 degrees. That storm coming into Elk City. It's a flash flood threat. It's a large flood threat. It's a large hail threat for sure. However, it's so cold that the tornado threat is not there right now, and your tornado warning has been canceled. Sayre, Elk City, tornado warning has been canceled, okay? So that's you folks in Beckham County. Very, very cold air now in the I-40 corridor in west central Oklahoma City. So the tornado warning, Elk City, Sayre area, that has indeed been canceled.
Let me go back over
so
to
that is going to be the update for you folks in that part of
here, so
the
I can
state.
text.
Let's go back over to Max 1 and give you an overview here. This is what we have going on right now. So the tornado warning has been canceled for areas north of Perry. So tornado warning north of Perry canceled. That's going to be the Black Bear Creek Valley, Sears Red Rock area. Tornado warning has been canceled. That's good. There is a big time flooding setup here going on. Big time flooding from near Perry back down through Enid, back down to around Watonga. So big time flooding with extremely heavy amount of rain. Severe thunderstorm warnings in effect all along that line. So you see all these severe thunderstorm warnings: Kay County, Grant County, Garfield, northern Noble, north of Perry, where the tornado warning has been canceled. Back down through northern Kingfisher County, all of Garfield County, back down to Blaine County, central, southern, eastern Major County. All severe thunderstorm warnings here. Back down through Blaine County, back down through Dewey County, Custer County, back down to northern Beckham County and eastern Roger Mills County. So all severe thunderstorm warnings. Tornado warning for Jeremy Carter's storm near Gould, Oklahoma. A PDS tornado watch till 10 o'clock. This area is going to be gradually pushing toward the metro in this 5:30, 6:30, 7:30 time frame, and supercells will be coming up from deeper into the evening hours. 7:30, 8 o'clock. Supercells coming up into southwestern Oklahoma. This wind shear line is still very much on the west and north sides of the Oklahoma City metro. Tons of lightning, tons of rain, flash flooding, large hail, damaging winds. A lot of action going on up here north of Perry, coming into Tonkawa and Marland and Ponca City. So severe there. Tornado warning has been canceled. From there, back down through Garfield County, back down to northern Kingfisher County, back through Watonga. A lot of cold air here surging through Watonga, so that really limits any tornado potential down to a lower level. That's very good news. But ahead of that cold air rushing in, there's still an atmosphere that's favorable for tornadoes here. The rotation near Dover and Hennessy has come down some. That's good. It's weakened. It has weakened some. Chopper 4 is on that. Flooding, high winds, large hail near Elk City, near Cheyenne, coming up into the Butler area, Foss Lake. So a lot of this could be very, very high volumes of hail, some of it quite large, very intense lightning, flooding, rainfall. There's the supercell. If we go back to Jeremy Carter down by Gould, Oklahoma, okay, cell coverage down here is really intermittent, but that big supercell down there. Let's go over to Max 2. Let's get an update here. The tornado warning has been allowed to be canceled further up to the north. Also, that tornado warning has been canceled in Beckham County. Let's go on up here into the northern parts of Oklahoma. Flash flooding here. Very heavy rain, severe thunderstorm warning, large hail, damaging winds, but the tornado warning has been canceled here, and there is still a large area rotation, but it's now more broad. Mesocyclone still here, but not a tornado circulation. That is north of Perry. Let's go to Emily Sutton here if we can. If we have Emily or Mark Dillard near Perry, let's get an update from them. Is that Emily right there? Go, Emily.
Yes. Yes, we are in the town of Perry right now, so very good news. The fact that that is no longer a tornado-warned storm. Man, it got close there. Definitely an ominous lowering, but like you said, what happens now is we feel kind of cool over here. So as we get on the other side of the front, we have cool air, and then that lends the storms more towards, like you said, flooding and training. So for this area, we're concerned about flooding. You know, I will tell you, just from storm chasing across the state today, I noticed a lot of the rural areas, especially, completely flooded, already saturated. So it's not going to take much for additional flooding.
I don't think we're going to get any more storms that are going to be severe enough to.
We could be looking at huge amounts of flooding here in northern Oklahoma for tonight and tomorrow morning. So still tracking the severe storm, but at this time, Perry specifically is looking good. And Mike, like you were saying, we're gearing up for the next batch of storms that will be
this one's your best bet.
The metro.
Okay, Emily, appreciate that. Excellent report. So let's go over to Air Comfort Solutions Chopper 4. Full tank of gas here heading into northern Kingfisher County. Folks, there are no tornado warnings as of right now in central Oklahoma. That's good. But this area has the best potential, or the maximum potential, if you will. Kingfisher County.
I'm going to call it there. I don't think anything is going to.
And near the south of Perry. And Mason Dunn joins us here live, Mason.
Not a lot of people on the ground being able to see anything.
To this storm that is.
I'm going to call the stream. Thanks to everyone that showed up.
East of Garber,
looks like we got Coin
storms to
searcher
find
number
out,
2.
but, we have
Big
a
T
little,
Coins, Mr. Dirty Nickels, Trey's
flow
Treasures,
notch
the
here
Youper
at
Girl,
this
Silver
particular part of the
Wolverine.
storm, so that's where we're headed right now, Mike. Is
They
we've flown
believe
in
that's
from the
it.
light area into the
Silver
dark. Where
Finder.
It's really hazy. You can actually see our shot there.
Yeah, that's a lot of
And,
sodium.
we'll be picking our way up to this storm.
So I'll
Mike,
check
back to you.
these. But the chef showed up early. So
Okay, appreciate that.
I love
That is
watching
from
weather.
Chopper 4 in
I don't see a
Kingfisher
lot of
County.
stuff. I don't see
Mason, how far away
anything
from
more
the
developing.
basically Marshall area are you
This
from
one
right now?
It's definitely got some potential on it.
Let me get
But
turned around here, Mike. We are. I'm actually
Looks like it
northwest
may
of Marshall.
meld
Just
in
directly
with another
west
store
of
or
Orlando.
storm rather.
We'll be looking to the north as this storm has just
Alright.
gone over Covington. So
Bye.
we're trying to find it. It's really hazy.